Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And I have to tell you, we are going to have a wonderful series of interviews with real people. It won't be starting tonight, I can tell you that. We are starting next Wednesday, which I think is the 19th of June. And we have a spectacular interview coming up on that date, as I hope you can all make it. Now, talking about real people, this is another email that I've received from Avesh. And she writes, "It's Avesh here. I've emailed you previously to tell you about the United Nations Agenda 21 plan for coming in after the damage is complete and restructuring societies. But I do have my own issues going on here as well. I've lost my job due to discrimination, that thing called BEE. And I've been trying since 2017 to at least restore my salary in the interim until the case goes to court to determine back pay. This has taken me through the public system, medical, legal, disability grants, the mental health society, human rights organizations, hospital management, social workers, coma, and so on. I thought it was just me until I started listening to your channel, and things became clearer as to why absolutely nothing has been done in progressing my matter, and the people we're looking at to help have no ability to do it. The one Labour office that I called did not even know what they were meant to be handling. I had to ask the guy if he knew what they do and don't do, and got the same usual mumbling and push-offs they've mastered so well. And in my condition, I have even less capacity to research exactly who should be doing what. It's led me to do the labour and mental illness law parts of the case on my own. And even then, to get it to somebody that can understand it in the legal advisory sections become another hurdle. The Healthcare Professionals Council has not even retrieved my psychologist's report. I took it up with the public protector, who did the very same thing, which was nothing. Even the presidential hotline has no capable staff. The matter just died off there. You know, there's one common denominator here in South Africa where you've got these BEE, black privileged people who've taken these cushy jobs, and the only thing they're interested in is their pay on the Friday afternoon. They really don't give a stuff about the people they're supposed to be serving. I mean, that is just so blatantly obvious. At the moment, this is again Avesh talking, at the moment my case is now with legal aid since December, after going through pro bono, SAS law, and 2 other public lawyer outlets. It's beginning a new cycle. The amount of emails I've written and received is so much that it now looks like a full-time job going on in my private emails, just to get medically boarded off and have any money to survive. The Sassa office is extremely bad. The old and sick are standing outside in long queues from about 4 a.m. daily. And even once they open, they won't allow any person to have a seat or use a chair until they sort themselves out inside. I was even a victim of having a month's grant delayed and then cancelled, which later came out on the news. That's the fat cats at Sassa who are doing what they're doing, all do the best. Now, you might recall that we had a video about Sassa not so long ago, where the actual cards, which have an amount of money on them, were being shipped to a crime gang who were then going out and drawing the cash that was supposed to be going to people like this lady here. You know, the corruption and the fraud and the crime in South Africa is at every single level, including the most vulnerable people like this lady. They are just being totally done over. It's just disgusting. Avesh goes on and says about Sassa, and half the place is full of women with babies, both groups making a noise, just to collect the child grants, which they use to buy brand-name cell phones, while the kids grow up on the farms with the grandparents eating pup. That's what other friends of mine told me. They have workers that tell them that that's a logical thing for them to do. I have very little hope that my case will ever be resolved. I'm not bothered about it now, though. It's clear that there are countless other South Africans that are a lot worse off because of the service delivery. If you can't even call it that anymore. Please feel free to air this message if you wish. I know what it's like to go from a normal working life to plain dead in the system. I'm not ashamed of telling my story, and that I did totter on the brink of suicide as well. But it was my mum that kept things going, to see it that we all have the basics. Whatever situation others may find themselves in, let things play them out. There's a lot of us heading down the road. You're not alone. If we see strong people at the receiving end when our turn comes, it will be a light in the darkness. Take care now, Mr. Scott, and all the best for keeping us up to date. You're very welcome, Avesh, and look, I hope everything turns out, and it's appalling what's going on in South Africa. The world really needs to wake up. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, ring the bell for the updates, and have a great evening. Bye for now.